Very good afternoon, students. Today, I am going to continue the previous video. Problems on GRR and NRR continuation. I hope you are following thoroughly the concept of reproductive rates. See, guys, the reproductive rates, actually speaking, these kind of methods in our day-to-day life we have come across many times, but we never knew that. So this method we can calculate by using GRR, NRR. This birth rate also can be calculated like this by using these all reproductive rates, right? We never knew that. Just casually we might have seen, okay, this is the rate, this is the value, this is how the value is being calculated, only just by listening and leaving it. But now we are personally experiencing the way how we calculate these kind of reproductive rates. Fine. So in the previous video, individually I have shown how to calculate net reproductive rate. Now GRR and NRR together, if it is asked, how to draw the conclusion by calculating GRR and NRR. Same way, there is nothing new. There individually what you calculated GRR and NRR, together we have to calculate in one method. That's it. See, here come the data. Age groups common 15 to 49 having individually 5 gap magnitude. Female population given, female births are given, survival rates are also given. Now both we have to calculate GRR and NRR. So GRR, you know the formula, phi summation WSFR, NRR phi summation WSFR into SR. See, just by seeing this only you can say easily where it is ignored the survival rate of women, where it is considered the survival rate of women. Wherever it is considered, remember that method is the ultimate method of finding the rate of growth of population due to births, right? See, that is the reason now for every 10 women we have just 4 to 5 boys. Now the female births were increased. That is the reason population, it goes on increasing every census year. Every year it is increasing. At the end of 10th year we are considering the population, right? So calculate this problem now. WSFR, I said you see how the scheme of valuation, in the board valuation, how the things have been bifurcated, marks allotment. For writing this formula together you will be getting 2 marks, each 1 mark, this one and this one. Finding out the WSFRs carries 1 mark. Calculation part of WSFR and multiplied by SR, that is 1 mark, totally 4 marks. Drawing the conclusions by comparing GRR and NRR. See, remember GRR and NRR value will never ever exceed crossing the GRR value. So whenever you get NRR is more than GRR, then undoubtedly your way of solving, calculation went wrong. Assume it. If NRR is 1.7 and GRR is 0.7, then absolutely your calculation goes wrong. So you are doing wrong calculation. So NRR value will never ever exceed GRR. Remember this. So calculate for the first age group WSFR, female births by female population into 1000. So you can write like this, or the complete formula also can be written. the number of female births in a specific age divided by female population in that particular age into 1000. This is the complete formula. So first, for the initial group, calculate the WSFR, and the remaining, let us take the column, two columns, WSFR column and WSFR into SR column. So WSFR, individual births, female birth by female population into 1000. After all calculating, you will be getting the total of 159.13 WSFR total. Now after calculating WSFR, what next? You need to calculate WSFR into SR, survival rate. The values are given here, see, survival rate. This into this, together you multiply, you will be getting this column, WSFR into SR. And WSFR into SR calculations I have done here. You please don't copy it, try to calculate and compare the value which I have written in this video. So WSFR into SR, the total would be 152.545. Just check out the calculations. Now first find out GRR. For GRR, WSFR total is enough. 5 is a magnitude, I mean quinquennial age. 5 into 159.13, you will be getting the value 795.65 births per 1000 female population of childbearing age. This unit has to be written for this, 795.65 births per 1000. This here female births, I have written only births, you write it female births per 1000 female population of childbearing age. Now after calculating GRR, we have to calculate NRR. No, let us see NRR. So NRR equals to 5 summation WSFR into SR. So WSFR into SR total multiplied by 5, you will be getting 762.7. Look at here, GRR value is 795.65, NRR value is 762. That means NRR is less than GRR or not? Yes, it is less than GRR because it never exceeds. So we have to draw the conclusion now just by calculating GRR per woman and NRR per woman rate, individual rates. GRR per woman equals to 795.65 by 1000, you will be getting 0.795, the GRR value rate, and NRR per woman 0.763 by 1000, 0.763. Look at here, 0.79 and 0.76. NRR is less than GRR. But I said you, whenever you calculate GRR and NRR together, completely ignore GRR. Only see NRR. What is NRR? Less than 1. Less than 1 means what would be the conclusion? Population is decreasing. Right? So this is a calculation of GRR and NRR together. So let's see once again. Please note down. This is the problem. Please make sure, take one notebook and just take the problem and solve personally, individually. Please do not copy. Nothing you gain if you copy. Remember, nothing you understand. Individually you calculate it, then you will understand the concept. So once again we can have a glance of all these concepts whenever the college commences. Right? This is just a supplement, substitution, what I am giving the video. Alternative class. So whenever live class in classroom we teach, then we give you the 100% justification of every concept. I hope we are doing good in these videos, but we are sure that only 60% of the concept you will be understanding. Some, because some may be having network issues, Some may not be observing these videos also. I request everybody to follow these videos. If you have any queries, you can draw a comment in that video. Just I will give you the clarification once again. Right? So here come the calculations. So finally, this is the conclusion. NRR value less than 1, then the population is decreasing. See, one more example I wanted to give. Not example, it's an exercise question. Question number 20. Same, if you observe. Compute GRR per woman and NRR per woman and comment on the results. Same kind of problem. Personally, you calculate it. I have done my own. See, data is given: age, female population, female births, and survival rate of women. First, WSFR you calculate for the first age group. This carries 1 mark. Remember, WSFR calculation for the initial age group should be shown at the bottom. So WSFR for the first age group, women specific fertility rate 480 by 16,000 into 1000, you will be getting 30. So this is first age group WSFR. So remaining all I have calculated in the column. First one 30 I have shown at the bottom of the table. So remaining all I calculated, I have got that value 220 WSFR total. With this 220 I can calculate GRR. So GRR 5 into summation WSFR. So 5 into 220, you will be getting the value 1100 births per 1000 women of childbearing age. See, for calculating NRR, what we have to do? WSFR into survival rate SR, which are given already in the table question. Multiply WSFR into SR together. So that total is 195.5. Now with this we can calculate NRR. Now GRR we calculated now 1100 births per 1000 women of childbearing age. Now GRR per woman means 11,000 divided by 1000. Here is the value. GRR per woman 1100 it is, not 11,000. 1100 divided by 1000, that is equals to 1.1. So the GRR per woman, the rate is 1.1. Now calculate NRR. NRR equals to 5 summation WSFR into SR. 5 multiplied by 195.5, that is a value 977.5. If you observe, GRR value is 1100 and NRR value is 977.5. Which one is less? Obviously NRR, because NRR will not cross the GRR. Every time I am saying, because NRR considers mortality of woman in her childbearing age, GRR it does not consider, it totally ignores. So NRR per woman 977.5 by 1000, 0.9775. I said you every time, whenever you calculate GRR and NRR together, always to draw the conclusion for the given data, both for GRR and NRR, the common conclusion, if you ignore GRR and consider only NRR, so GRR completely you close whenever you calculate together. Check only NRR. NRR value is 0.9775. 0.9775, that means less than 1. Less than 1, what would be the population? Population is decreasing. So only we have to check NRR whenever you calculate together GRR and NRR, because NRR is the best method of finding the rate of growth of population due to births. Everything is considered. Sex of newly born baby, yes, female births considered. Age considered individually. Childbearing 15 to 49 considered. Quinquennial 5 is considered. Female population considered. Survival rate of women considered. So everything is considered. So if you compare all the methods, individual method has one drawback. So we keep on just overcome each and every demerit in the next methods. Ultimately we have ended up the fertility rate, refined fertility rate at NRR. So all together comparison is also done. Comparing the fertility rate of two different populations is also taken in NRR. So that is the reason NRR method we can find out the rate of growth of population, whether it is decreasing or increasing. This we are calculating, this rate 0.9775, this rate we are calculating in NRR. Fine. So with this, the reproductive rates concept is completed. I hope you have followed thoroughly. Please, if you have any queries, just you can rewind it and again re-listen. Definitely I hope the concept will be understandable, and it is very easy. I am saying very easy. Only the thing is you need to understand the concept. Practically just you think, personally, like you feel the method, then you will understand. Application oriented problems, all these are okay. So in all the government municipal corporation offices, to find out the rate of growth, production rate, import export rate, and then for international viewpoint, migration, emigrant people, for measuring the population, for getting the food production details, economy, everything is depending upon the demography of this country. I mean about study of human population. Okay, so remember this point. I hope I am very clear about introduction of vital statistics, measures of fertility rate with basic concepts, along with merits and demerits, because remember, every method, rather understanding the definition, always see merits and demerits. So advantages and disadvantages may give you the exact information about so and so concept, right? That gives you very good clarity about the method. So always you must know your merits and demerits, then only you can improve further. The same way here also, what are the merits and demerits of individual method, the demerits how to overcome by using the next method, finally ultimately how to indicate the rate of growth of population due to births, everything should be calculated. So I hope everybody is doing great. So we are totally overwhelmed about our results. So that was a tremendous, very good result which has been produced by our students. We have got the district first and state 7th rank this year. We are the district toppers first. So that benchmark has to be cracked by your batch. Remember always, please study hard, work smart, give your best, do your best, right? Please be very attentive. Please listen all these videos, because so much struggle and pain and time we are taking to take these videos and uploading all these videos for your sake at this pandemic situation. So I hope you are very clear. All my concepts, whatever the videos I have sent, I hope everybody is understanding it. I'm not sure that you are understanding 100%, at least 150 to 60% I am giving the justification, I feel. So please stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Very soon we all meet. See you.